What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Mykeeey here with another video. Today is a very special video. I got my sunshine with me and we going over this David situation. The main thing in this video is that this shit could have been avoided. If the parents would have been in her life for real and really would have paid attention to her, kept her away from these predators and these niggas that's just not thinking right. Cause this girl was on this boy's stream. He was in this girl music videos a couple times. He done referenced her too many times. Just for him to say that she's a friend or whatever the fuck he tried to knock it off for, or whatever he gonna use in his defense. This nigga's a wild boy, as MGK would say. No, we're not watching video games right now. It's game time. Hold on, y'all.
Apparently, it was two Celeste. Did you know that?
Two?
Yeah.
Nah, that's correct.
It's two. One of them is older. One of them was like 19, and the other one, is 14.
Too close for comfort. That shit wild. How you meet two people with the same name? That shit wild. But we gonna see Poetic Flacco's interpretation of the situation. He always be giving the car facts. So shout out to Poetic Flacco. Let's see what he's talking about.
I just got done watching this press conference where they're announcing that David is being charged with the murder of Celeste. I had little to no faith that they had enough to truly get a conviction out of David. But after watching this press conference, I really don't have faith in LAPD, in the DA, in the state. I have no faith at all. They're going to truly get a conviction and give Celeste justice. And it's not because I think David is innocent. I think David is 100% guilty. I think David is one of the most vile, evil human beings we have ever witnessed on earth. But unfortunately, evilness comes with some genius. And when you give a gore-obsessed, true crime super fan 6 months to cover up a murder minimum, you probably going to have to do some extreme police work to figure out what really happened. And I don't think that extreme police work has taken place because we still don't know what happened. So excuse me, by the way, if I'm a tad bit frustrated after I watch a press conference where they're announcing first-degree murder charges against somebody, but yet these people are refusing to say he murdered her. Again, slow it down and truly understand what I just said. They did a press conference to announce first-degree murder charges, but yet the detective, the police chief, and everybody involved deliberately went out of their way the entire press conference to not say David murdered Celeste. They in turn says the last time she was found alive was in David's house, and that's as far as they were willing to go. They did not say David murdered Celeste the entire press conference.
They gonna try to give him this body regardless if he the one that did it like directly or if he's just an association of proximity to her death, because that's the main thing. They gonna have to get that settled first. They gonna have to settle out who's to blame. Once they figure out who's to blame.
I feel like everybody to blame. I mean, we only know what we see, but them people that was around him, they knew what the hell happened. The one dude that he was around, what was his name? Neo or some shit.
I don't even know.
Done completely dissociated himself from him.
Oh yeah.
And the girl,
his
what
best
was her
friend,
name? Yeah, her name, her Ari or some shit. She done stopped being around him too. But they knew, y'all knew, somebody knew what happened. They knew how old that girl was. And now everybody like, oh, I ain't had nothing to do with it. They still don't even know where the hell he killed her at or none of that. Like what?
And it's been so much time that passed before they even found her damn body. So it's making it even harder for everything.
Ms. Rivas was a reported runaway from Riverside County.
The unfortunate part about it.
During the course of our investigation, detectives learned that she had been involved in a sexual relationship with Mr. Burke when she was a minor and he was an adult. On
Where the
April
fuck was the
23rd,
parents?
2025, Ms. Rivas arrived at Mr. Burke's home in the Hollywood Hills. That's the last time she was known to be alive. On September 8, 2025, Ms. Rivas's dismembered and badly decomposed body was discovered in the front trunk of Mr. Burke's impounded Tesla. From that moment forward, our investigators faced an extraordinary, difficult, and complex case. The condition of her remains delayed the medical examiner's ability to be able to determine cause of death. The substantial amount of time that passed between her death and the discovery meant that crucial evidence had degraded or disappeared. And as detectives worked to uncover the truth, they also had to sift through...
These niggas are moving like they in power or some shit. Like these niggas think they some undercover drug lord, some shit.
Did you see his music videos?
Fuck no. I didn't know who this nigga
so
was to the situation.
I didn't know who he was either, but it's just his videos is so creepy. It's literally out there like he know what he did and he put it in his music videos. It's so bad.
A great deal.
On April 23rd, 2025,
That
has
nigga
been
weird.
alleged by the complaint, Celeste, a 14-year-old at that time, went to Mr. Burke's house in the Hollywood Hills. She was never heard from again.
The language was, she was last seen on this day. Last seen doesn't mean that's when she was murdered. And I feel like if you're going to charge somebody with premeditated murder, you at least have to know the day she was murdered. I feel like knowing the day she was murdered should be the literal foundation of where you built this case on top of. But if, she was last seen on April 20th. Yeah, this weirdo could have kept her tied up in the basement, went on tour, and have somebody else murder her. Right? That could have been that. So why don't we have more specifics? Why don't we have a day when she was murdered? Y'all talked to everybody involved in this situation. Y'all put the heat and the pressure. Y'all told us. We ain't know. Y'all told us. Oh, she was in the grand jury. Oh, she was giving it to them. Oh, she had them ready to cry. So she had them ready to cry during the interrogation, but she didn't get a day out of David Homie's yet? It doesn't make sense at all to me, man. Now, again, it's not a big deal. They didn't say out of their mouth, David murdered Celeste ever during this press conference. But if they're charging him with first-degree murder, do they really need to? Now, they are charging him with first-degree murder. They're charging him with lewd acts with somebody under 14, which, amazing, he should, because he's a creep as well. Now, they are also adding special circumstances to this, which is, is almost going to make it impossible for him to get out of jail on bail. But here are the actual charges they're charging David with.
As we will show in a court of law, and what I also want to make sure about, that the understanding of these charges is clear, is my description of these charges is not evidence that we are going to present in court. These charges, in fact, will not be evidence in the court. Evidence will be the witness testimony, the documents, and different types of admissible testimony that we will admit into court in the prosecution, and if it leads to the eventual trial of Mr. Burke, to convince a jury of 12 people beyond a reasonable doubt that each and every one of these charges
his mouth is
true.
just pissing me off. Like, why he keep moving the shit to the side when he talk, bro? Like, move your shit to the front.
As well as the special allegations and circumstances.
Probably somebody that turns from him.
So what you have as well with these charges is that, again, there are 3 sets of charges that have been brought. The first-degree murder with special circumstances, and again, those special circumstances are lying in wait. That Celeste went to Mr. Burke's home on the night of April 23rd, 2025, as alleged in the complaint, at his invitation, and again, was not heard from again. The second is a special circumstance being that this murder was committed for financial gain. As the evidence will show in court, the financial gain was for Mr. Burke to maintain his very lucrative musical career that Celeste was threatening on that particular night. The third charge, in addition to lying in wait and for financial gain, is murdering a witness to an investigation. In this particular case, as the evidence will come out in court, the witness to the investigation was Celeste. And the investigation was into the lewd and lascivious sexual acts committed by Mr. Burke that is the subject of count 2 of this complaint with Celeste while she was under 14 years old.
Here's the good and here's the bad. I like the fact that they're swinging for the fences. It sounds hypocritical. If I'm saying y'all don't have enough, why would y'all charge them right now? I would say I like the fact that they are not just taking, right, like the cheap way out. And the cheap way out would be, hey, Judge, we don't have enough for murder right now, but we know this creep was victimizing this underage girl, right, before she was 14 years old. We have proof of that. charge him with that, charge him with abuse of the body after the fact. That's it. No, they're swinging for the fence. They're saying, no, this dude deserves the death penalty. He deserves life in prison, and we're going to try to get him life in prison.
I did hear that someone say he's going to get the death penalty. Or they trying to get him to get the death penalty for this.
Well, yeah. That it's either the life in prison or the death penalty. That's what they seeking.
That shit crazy.
Because the other stuff, he would have been out within 5 years with the other stuff. Murder is the reason why they're pushing for death penalty and life in prison. So it's good. Now, the bad part about it is, how are we going to prove this stuff? Now, the motive, I'm sure the motive, like, they probably have text messages from Celeste's cell phone, from David's cell phone. They probably got some text where it shows Celeste probably telling David, hey, I'm going to go public with this. I'm going to expose you for victimizing me before I was for. They probably have all the messages, and they're saying, okay, here's the messages of Celeste threatening David. He invites her over, and then she's never to be seen again. That's good.
They could get him for that.
That's a good motive.
Yep.
You cooking with grease right now. But where you mess up at, and where you kind of like let your entire case go to the wayside, where you don't have witness testimony. Now, if you had a witness testimony that really mattered, more than one people would be arrested right now.
Yeah.
You see, if you have people telling you, yeah, I heard he did, that's not enough. But what does that mean? People who was involved in this, people who you guys probably brought in, gave them immunity in exchange for their testimony to testify against David. That's what I mean. But the only reason you will get immunity is if you were present, if you were there when David murdered this girl, and you could give him a date, a time, when he did it, how he did it.
Remember all the car facts.
They don't even got a day of when David murdered someone. So you damn sure don't got nobody who was present or who was walking there. And as far as we know, you guys still haven't arrested the person who was driving the Tesla and parked it.
Right.
So good side.
Who the fuck did that?
Got the smoking gun.
Cause he just left. He left and went on tour.
That's why.
And his car was just what? What happened? Who had your car?
That shit was
what happened to the car?
They shit was just sitting in a little random ass lot riding. That whole time from April.
Who put it there? They said the car got impounded.
Yeah.
And got put in that lot. So
they gotta find that nigga that was driving. They just don't know where he went. His ass in Mykeeey.
Like just laughable.
Shit ridiculous.
He said everything in his power not to say, we don't got the smoking gun, but we working on it.
Of this relationship, is it possible that you will be arresting other people within his circle, and did he act alone in this death?
The fuck?
Again, with respect to whether or not there's any other individuals or we're going to take any other actions, you will know about them if we do, but at this point, I'm not commenting.
Because they don't have nobody. Oh my God, that's terrible.
They slacking on their job.
The coroner's report will be released shortly. Because it is not currently released, I'm not going to be commenting.
But was it determined? Not that you won't say what it was, but has it been determined how she was killed beyond it being homicide?
The coroner has made a determination on how Celeste died, and at the point that the coroner's report becomes public, we'll be able to comment on it.
Was there a specific breakthrough last week? Is there physical evidence that ties David to this murder?
There is physical evidence, and there is forensic and digital evidence that we intend to present in court to prove these charges beyond a reasonable doubt.
Only a couple more questions.
Yes.
Your investigation, and just for this question, are you able to tell us exactly what the smoking gun is? And also, if you can address the issue of his visit to Santa Barbara and back, how does he conduct the murder?
So with respect to the actual details of the evidence we're going to be presenting in court, I'm not going to do that today. As far as the concept of the smoking gun, the smoking gun is the totality of the evidence that we're going to bring to prove any case, whether it's this case or any case, beyond a reasonable doubt.
AKA, there's no smoking gun. There's nothing that we could look at and say, aha, we got him. It does not exist. You know why? Because he had minimum 6 months, maximum probably a year to cover up his tracks. That's as simple as that, bro. Now, when you listen to David's attorney, he's kind of already tackling these allegations. She's very careful with her words. And this is why I say them not having a smoking gun is going to be, it's going to be very hard to overcome. Because the lawyer is leaving everything on the table. She's not saying, David didn't have no idea what's going on. David is unaware of how Celeste killed herself or how Celeste was murdered. She's saying David is not responsible for Celeste's death.
Your Honor, from the media reports, apparently there have been 4 months of secret grand jury proceedings. We believe that Mr. Burke is entitled at the earliest opportunity to an open preliminary hearing and the proceedings not be done in secret. So we are asking for a preliminary hearing to be set at the earliest possible date on the 10th day. Your Honor, we believe the actual evidence will show that David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, nor was he the cause of her death. And we would like to be able to have the evidence come into the light of day at the earliest opportunity in order to establish that. We're asking for April 23rd as a 3 of 10, Your Honor.
Anything from the people?
To put on the evidence that we collected in this case in the last several months.
Thank you. So the matter will be set, plea of not guilty has been entered on behalf of Mr. Burke. The matter will be set in Department 105. The matter is ordered assigned to Judge Charlene Almeida in Department 105 for all purposes by the Judge of the Supervising Judge of Criminal.
Yes, Your Honor. If I may just put on the record, we have, as soon as the people arrive, delivered a informal discovery request consistent with Penal Code Section 1054. We have been given almost no discovery thus far. We've received a 3-page follow-up report, no autopsy report, and a copy of the complaint. And we would ask the people respectfully to produce.
She's talking too goddamn slow, bro.
Your Honor, as I indicated to counsel, there's approximately 40 terabytes of discovery in this case. Moreover, in order to obtain the transcripts from the grand jury investigation, counsel has to file a motion. She knows the way this.
Imagine they come to court day one and they say, you know what? You got us. David is a pedo. David was victimizing Celeste before she was 14. David had an inappropriate relationship with her. However, David did not murder her. David was not the cause of her death. Here's what happened. David and Celeste had a nasty breakup. Celeste.
Pause that shit. Just so everybody is aware, if you are under the age of 18, there's no consensual relationship shit. Ain't no we broke up. Your relationship is illegal to begin with. Yeah. Ain't no fucking relationship. That's not consent. If the minor is a minor, that's not consent. Yeah. That's not consent. That is not consent. Like, get that through y'all fucking brain. That is not consent. Oh, well, she allowed it to happen. No, fuck that.
That's it. That shit weird. Even when it's vice versa for dudes, when people try to flip the script, say with dudes and older women, bro.
That is not consent.
Illegal. Still illegal.
You were molested.
You're a victim.
You were groomed. Come on, man. Oh, people just don't get it. You're not in that. Ain't no fucking relationship.
Bro, ain't nothing, man. Y'all shouldn't be together to break up with. The fuck you talking about breaking up? Why was y'all together to begin with? Motherfuckers don't be paying attention to their kids. Pay attention to your kids. Don't be having kids for no reason out here, man. Actually pay attention to them and get on the proper love and attention that they deserve. So they ain't in these situations.
To herself, David panicked and stuffed her body and chopped it up and tried to hide it as much as possible to hide his secret of him being involved in an inappropriate relationship with Celeste. Imagine on day one, that's what they come with. How are you going to refute that with the things you guys have if you guys don't even know how she passed away? If y'all don't know.
Why would he chop her body up if he had nothing to do with it and it was just about to break up? That seems like something kind of premeditated to me. Because niggas that know how to decompose, how to make sure bodies rot for real, that seems like something they would do. Chop up a fucking body like they doing animal parts, you feel me? Like they go camping or some shit. He might not go camping and do some other shit, but niggas don't just think of that unless he watched a lot of Power. Like what I was saying, this shit's giving like niggas be watching Power too much. When they pay attention to them scenes, niggas just go resort to that. That's the last thing they know for their little IQ knowledge. Niggas be doing dumb shit.
When she passed away.
That don't mean he's not at fault.
Come to court, cop out to everything, but then say we didn't murder her. She did it to herself, and here's how. Right now, the prosecutors are claiming that the medical examiner, they're going to release something today or tomorrow where they're going to list a cause of death for Celeste. But the thing is, the medical examiner is already on record saying that it's near impossible for them to come to a conclusion beyond a reasonable doubt because of how badly decomposed the body was. I don't know, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all believe, that David is going to get found guilty? Or you guys a fan of this press conference? Let me know, okay? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video,
go to that man music video. That shit is so bad. I think it might be that one. I don't know what happened to it. But regardless, that shit, maybe it got took down.
You talking about this thing?
Is it that one? I don't know who. Yeah, maybe.
It's the adaptation of it.
Is that not his name?
This is right here.
But that was 2 years ago. Well, I don't know, but I seen it and this shit was bad.
Okay, they probably took it down. Nonetheless, I don't want to get that nigga no viewership. Nonetheless, I don't know how this little prosecution, this whole case is gonna go. I think they're gonna get him with something, but it's gonna be a while. I don't think it's gonna be this quick. It might take a couple months for them to get something real substance to stick to him. Cause if his lawyer can say some bullshit, they could get him off of some technicality bullshit, at least on bail. I can foresee him going out on some weird ass bail or some shit, but nah. Even then, nah, I don't think it. Even if they can't find shit, that nigga not getting out of jail, bro. That nigga's cooked. That nigga's cooked, fried, and salami, my brother. And it's just who they gonna tackle off afterwards. That's who I want to know. Who else are they gonna get after, and what are they gonna do to the parents? Cause are they negligence? Cause somebody was neglecting that child.
I just hope that they make sure everybody who was involved in that needs to get charged. This girl needs justice. That don't make no sense. Like, although she was going to his concerts and stuff, she still is a minor, and she should not have had to go through that and die like that. Yeah. That's just like really sad.
That's the most important part. She did not have to go out like that.
Yeah, justice for women, please.
Man, especially out underage, young minors, because they especially with these artists. A lot of these R&B artists, it's been going on for too many generations, bro. Y'all should stop that shit with R. Kelly. If y'all would nip that shit in the bud with dude. And Jay-Z. I'm not letting Jay-Z slide either, because that nigga had both of them niggas. Oh my God, I'm just gonna shut up on that one, because these niggas, these R&B niggas, not even R&B, these artists and these young minors, this is a weird pipeline that they niggas gotta cut out. Y'all gotta cut that shit out. But if you got any thoughts, please leave it in the comments or just join us in Discord or in the community tab. Let us know what your thoughts is, because this is definitely a recurring topic and I keep seeing it, and I want to be able to give y'all my opinion, let alone let my sunshine give her opinion, because we are some good people to inform y'all some good opinions, because people just being quiet and talking about some bullshit or just regurgitating the same shit. So y'all need to hear some good opinions, let alone share y'all opinion as well. Make sure you like, subscribe if you're new. Till next time, we got some more bangers in the tuck.